Used to go down south twice a year. Cornfields for miles. Used to joke with my cousin and make up ghost stories about monsters. Good times. Then my aunt gets a new house. Middle of nowhere. Start having fun once again. Oh, look at these weird marks, a ghost dog must have been digging here. Check out the weird pattern the frost on the window made, like a weird hand. Yeah, the windows must frost over a lot in the middle of nowhere even though it's summer. Those shapes on the horizon must be werewolves. Night rolls in, night of a new moon, not that you could really tell with all the clouds. Talking with cousin about bullshit. Hear something y'all in the distance. Is your cat getting mauled or something? Cat walks by, looks at door then darts off to the living room. Wind is picking up more, making odd sounds through the house. Terrible draft and chill. Let's just go to bed. Dog is sitting up staring at the back door. I get on a couch and cousin goes to his room. As I try to sleep, the dog starts whining as he stares before growling a little. I hear something from outside, faint sniffling. Turns into faint scratching. Turns into fevered scratching at the door, moves along the wall to just under the window where I sleep. Under 3 blankets in summer and freezing. Look up for a moment and see frost all over the window. No other window though. Hear a frantic knocking on the door for I don't know how long. Hello. Something like granite and ice crashing into each other is whispered from the other side. Tactically undry my underwear and hide under covers. Don't sleep until dawn. In the morning see icy prints all over the window by the couch. Never, ever, ever sleep by a window out there again.
Let me tell you about the longmen of Tawakoni, Anon. Always visit grandma and parents at least once a month. They live out in Lake Tawakoni in East Texas. Bumfuck middle of nowhere, pastures and lakes. Lakes are filling up real good this year by the way, almost 6 feet above average. Me, brother, his girl go camping because tired of family shit. The equivalent of staking a tent in the middle of a barren ass field because we ain't got no woods out here son. We all get drunk off our ass and pass out. Wake up early with a hangover. It's about 0430 going off my phone. Leave tent to go take a piss. See man walking across the field. No biggie, probably just a hunter. It stops when it sees me. Gives me this really weird ass wave, as if its entire arm was stiff. Wave back. Guy keeps standing there, waving. Crawl back into tent and wake my brother up. Couldn't have been in the tent more than 10 seconds since all I did was give a boot to his side. Step back outside. This motherfucker cleared 600 yards in 10 seconds. Standing and waving that stiff-ass arm. Chill runs down my back, hair stands up on end. Know from previous experience that this shit ain't good. Tell brother to grab his gun. That woke his ass up. He comes out with his rifle. Tell him to aim it at that thing. Thing stops waving. Tell his girlfriend to get into the truck. Both are still shit-faced and hungover, but oblige. Take the rifle and keep it trained on that thing. Its fucking arms unfold. The reason its arms were so stiff and waving is because it was waving them like a retard with its arms bent up to its shoulder. Motherfucker had like 6-foot long arms. He stopped slouching. Easily 8 feet tall, going off a distance of 450 yards. The most banshee-like screech I've ever heard mixed with a guttural roar emits from the thing. Its jaw distends to the point that it's where its collarbone should be. Potshot it. Thing lanks onto all fours and hightails it away from us. We come back to the campsite later that afternoon with our shotgun filled with buckshot and the AR-15. Just in case of course. Tent is shredded, all our food is gone. Track the garbage towards the swamp line. See a ripped apart muskrat hanging from a tree. We both decided to call it quits and just get the fuck out of there. I can't even properly describe the thing we saw. It looked like a fucking bat human with how disproportionate its arms and legs were. Like fucking seriously, the thing unfolded his arms like a praying mantis and each of its fingers were nearly a foot long. My brother thinks it was a chupacabra, but I'm pretty sure it was some kind of skinwalker.
/x/ Do you know what I witnessed? Be me. Florida bundle of sticks. Innawoods, swamp kinda like Everglades. Camping with friends, 2 girls and my bro, actually brother of one of the girls. Nightfall. Just chilling in tent. Fucking screech of 1000 eardrum piercing Freddy Krueger nails on a chalkboard, sounds vaguely human. Friends all freeze. Bro and his sister go with a gun and bat, I stay behind with the other gun. Literally 30 seconds later hear rustling. Point gun and give battle cry, just kinda autistically screech. Shit fucking smells awful. Pretty sure it's a goddamn skunk ape. Can't see it. Fire a warning shot toward the sound. Roars again, way louder. Bro fires 2 shots, sounds about 100 yards away or so. Screech again. Thing screeches back. Suddenly a fucking bear comes along. Gets on its hind legs and roars at the thing. Thing screeches, arguably at bear. Bear charges at thing. Finally see figure. Vaguely humanoid. The bear and thing are fighting, their roars sound completely different. They go toward the river. By now the other girl is packing away our shit so we can toss it back in the truck and kfo. Hear distinct hissing from river. Mother. Fucking. Alligator. Is now involved. Thing starts screeching in pain. Suddenly hear loud snap. Things quiet down. Friends get back. We pack up the truck and go to a Motel 6 for the night. Why the fuck did they just start fighting like it was goddamn Smash Bros? Has anybody else witnessed some shit like this?
I'll start with the last time. For the record, I'm never going to use that word because using it tends to invoke them according to wagon burners and I really don't want to fuck with that. Day after Christmas. Supposed to get a ride from my buddy to a local bar where we're having an unofficial high school reunion. He calls me from the bar and says get down there because they are gonna close if people don't show up. Get in my car and turn on the radio, just jamming out for a minute. Road is completely dead as dead. Suddenly music just stops, complete silence, can't even hear my engine but still driving. See something on the edge of my headlights as I'm going around the corner. Looks like an elk which is NBD around here. Only thing is, it's not on 4 legs and it's moving fast enough that it stays on the left edge of my headlights which shouldn't be possible since I'm turning left at 75 miles per hour. Make it to the stop sign where the highways intersect. Car is coming so can't turn. Tap 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 on my window. Luckily car turns towards me and tapping stops, radio comes back on. Drive to bar shaken up, have a beer and play a round of pool to loosen and the bar closes because there's only 6 of us there. The drive home was even worse. Driving home by myself. Past the corner just before my house. Radio stops. Fuck no. Don't miss a beat, just speed into my driveway as fast as possible. Open car door and start running from the door. Hear feet behind me in the snow as I'm moving and they stop just as I make it to the door. Random scratching on my wall most of the night. Seriously fuck them.
Manticores. At least that's the closest description I can come to for the creature I saw. Little kid me wakes up from neighbor's motion light. Inexplicable feeling of dread. Ignore it and get out of bed to peek out windows. Saw an owl once, might be something cool this time. Climb onto brother's bed and over brother to get to windows. Check window facing neighbor's place. Nothing, just that bright ass motion activated floodlight. Check window facing backyard. See large cat sitting next to tree back towards me. Dread skyrockets and fight or flight is firing on all cylinders. Notice this cat's body looks like a lion's. Tawny fur, tufted tail, big paws, the works. Lion thing is about as big as a lynx or large bobcat. Don't know if I made a noise or what, but the thing turns and looks me square in the eye. Its face is almost human and covered in red and blue colorations similar to a mandrill's. Fucking terrified, yet I can't move or tear my gaze away from this thing. Creature's eyes are black endless chasms or pure malice. Thing roars at me revealing its horrible teeth. Multi-rowed stiletto dagger-like teeth. Roar causes an intense pressure to pulsate around my skull. Can hear the roar in my bones. Pulsating pressure increases in frequency until it is a constant drone. Vision begins to darken around the edges. Pass out in brother's bed. Brother reveals years later he saw it too but thought it was a nightmare.
I was about 12 or 13. Walking back from shopping center in England with my uncle, around 45 years old at the time. Decide to take a shortcut and walk through the woods. It was a nice bright day, so why the fuck not? We get the feeling that we're being watched and can hear brushes moving. I'm telling him something about this video game while he listens. Something in the bush repeats what I'm saying but extremely garbled. I'm scared but don't show it. Start closing my eyes when we walk through bits that have bushes on both sides. It says it again, but much clearer. My uncle looks annoyed and says kids with nothing better to do. We hear it back perfectly. Like it echoed. It repeats 4 or 5 times. We both think it's kids and decide to fuck with them. Uncle, he was kinda the naughty uncle. He'd let me swear around him which I wasn't supposed to do at my age, says I'm a queer and I like blokes. The thing repeats it perfectly and says it a few times. We think it's hilarious and we're saying all sorts. We start to smell a rusty smell a bit like pennies. Wasn't too odd because the lake nearby had run off pollutants. Zero sound at all, birds have stopped, wind stopped, and so have crickets. Something starts to chase us and we get split off from one another. I can hear Uncle shouting my name so I start walking towards it. He's in a field clearing, looking around for me. Go towards him. Glance back because I was always a paranoid boy. See Uncle behind me and non-stop. I'm really hungry. Look forward and see Uncle again looking for me, look back, see a really stiff version of my uncle without much facial expression. Bolt straight off to the clearing and we both ran home. It fits the type of story that's usually posted here about skinwalkers. I have other uncles with experiences but they refuse to talk about it.